Hello, everyone, and welcome back to season 2 of What My Sisters Said, where three sisters passionate for entertainment. Oh, Jesus.
We're passionate.
I had a drink already.
Passionate is the
Season
thing.
2. We're three sisters with passion for the entertainment industry. Take our conversations we used to have sitting around the breakfast table when we were kids, and we invite you to join us. And we talk about all things BL, but we talk about anything that interests us in the industry. We just love talking about this stuff, and we like talking about it together. Our brother does too, but he does not join us all the time. Maybe one day we can lure him in. So
that's a good word.
Into season 2, we do have a plan. So we've got some topics that we're going to be talking about. We're going to have guests this season as different topics come up. So that's exciting. We're going to continue following the pairs, but also we'll mix in these other topics as well so that we kind of shake it up. And of course, we're still doing our cocktail. Wait, I should tell you the topic of today. Olive bars look very different.
Very different.
So this is a berry smash.
Yours looks so bland on me, but I know it's not.
How much jelly did you use?
Not very much.
Scared to put too much because I didn't want it to be sweet.
But if it's a tart fruit, it's not going to be. So it is a berry smash. You pick a preserve. Mine is blackberry preserve. You put a tablespoon of the preserve.
Blueberry.
It says 47 milliliters, which I looked up to 2. It's basically 2 ounces. So, yeah.
Well, I did a tablespoon of blackberry. It just don't look like y'all's.
I don't know why.
I didn't do a tablespoon. I did a bar spoonful, which is what the little...
It said bar spoon.
No,
yeah, it did.
Tablespoon.
Kelly
Mine
did a
is
tablespoon.
Really good.
That's why Kelly's is out of this world.
So I did a tablespoon of blackberry preserve. I've already had one of these guys. Woo!
Oh my God, you drank a whole one already?
It was with my bagel. I was very hungry. It tasted way too good. That's a problem. Can't do this again. Blackberry preserve, a tablespoon, and then 2 ounces of lemon juice, and then 2 ounces of liquor. And the liquor is bourbon. So we are demure. We are not like GMMTV boys who pour brown liquor down our gullets.
Down their throat. Who do that?
We make cocktails.
That's not
to envelop the liquor so that we are not just drinking straight liquor.
Yeah, to be
warm liquor.
Okay, so there's maybe I'm like the GMM.
You are. And a lot of people, to be fair, when I posted that, people were like, that's how I drink my liquor. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough. Not how I
drink some bourbon warm. I don't mind that at all.
It has to be really good bourbon, which, to be fair, they were drinking really expensive alcohol. So when I think about it like that, it's doable. But you do not do this. Good.
But I'm not doing that.
No, don't.
I'll have a glass of it.
That part.
That's the end.
Civilized.
That part.
Yeah. We're not doing this. Good.
We are not to the head.
No. We ain't never taking no bourbon or whatever brown liquor to the head.
June was too drunk to have to regulate. He kept being the one tapping no, stop. He was waterboarding those boys with brown alcohol.
Whoa.
And he kept
very upset.
He got it in Pond's face, who just had LASIK surgery. So that's why I poured the water in his face. And Poon was like, what happened? I was reading their conversation. He was like, that guy. And then there's a video of him and Santa that you can't fully see.
I saw Santa trying to tap out.
Right? No, there's another one where he pours it in and then he goes, and you just see Santa going, no. He starts to pour it in his mouth and then he's like, yeah.
Be my friend.
It's wasted liquor. We're gonna have to have a conversation.
That part, yes, that's wasted liquor. Exactly.
That's worse. Wasted liquor is worse.
You know what it is? It's rich kid behavior.
Oh Lord.
His birth is a rich kid. Anyway, so this is one tablespoon of blackberry preserve, 2 ounces of lemon juice, and 2 ounces of your bourbon, your choice. And then I top mine with ginger beer. It says Sprite. That's too basic for me.
Yeah,
I did
So I
ginger
use
beer
ginger
too.
beer.
I did. Well, I don't have ginger beer.
Civilized.
I did ginger ale.
Civilized.
So, I'm gonna need you to sip because I
Yeah,
didn't know when you kept saying this is too good. I'm gonna be in trouble. I didn't know you had already drank one.
She made 2. Yeah, she told me, she said, yeah, I doubled it, girl, so I can have it sitting here on the side and ready to go. You know, later in the
That's how I
podcast.
usually do.
She
because
ready
it
to
takes
go
too long to make it.
before we started, though. She was ready to go. We hadn't started yet. She was ready to go.
And we talked a whole long time before we started.
Well, I'm going to be free and clear. Y'all might see this fill up, but that's ginger beer. That's not no more alcohol. I'm one and done.
So let's talk about what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Today's topic is friend groups. We are talking about our favorite friend groups in BL shows because, and I think it was just on our list, but it is poignant at this time period because one, we really did see friend groups on display in Songkran this year, and Duangwithyou just recently ended, which was full of really sweet friend group. So we thought we'd talk about the different shows. So we all have, and Forever You
shows have great friend groups, yeah.
So we figured we'd talk about the different shows that we love, and then we'll also provide a list at the end of a lot of different shows that you can also look into if you want.
And then if it's not on our list, you can add in the comment section some shows.
Oh yeah,
that would be fun. Yeah, we always have more shows.
We do have a website. We should just post it there.
Yeah, we should post stuff there. I'll do that. Sorry.
Yeah. I forgot. We have a website, you guys.
We totally have a website. It always has our latest episode on it. But
do we have an
that would be
Instagram?
nice.
Yes, we did think.
Instagram. We do have an Instagram too.
We should use it season 2. I don't know. Let's
do that. Let's do that. So Instagram at What My Sister Said podcast. That's Instagram. Website. What My Sister. What? Huh? What?
We'll talk about that later.
Over me. Yeah, man.
Sorry, my bad.
Information.
Do it, Nikki. You're in control.
Oh my gosh. I don't remember. I don't remember what our website
also,
URL is.
Side note, because we do have tickets to the off-road that we cannot use.
Yes.
Coming up in
Hallelujah.
New York. If you are interested, please contact us. We would like to resell those tickets. We aren't able to go, and we want to make sure that other people are able to go. So
they're very nice seats, everybody. So front.
Those boys are halfway to the chapel. I'm sorry. Did you see the videos from them?
Yeah,
their episode, not Songkran, of their special.
It's from Open Label. Yeah, Open Label. Yeah,
I saw this
with their very gay kite and. That was the gayest kite you could possibly find. I was like, this is, and then when he was running with the kite, and whoever was there was saying something. The Afro said, "He's gonna get tired in a second. It's okay, watch." And he thought he was running with that gay kite, and then he turns around and goes, "I'm tired." And Afro was like, "I told you, he tuckered himself out. It's fine."
Oh my god!
Also, we went. The first fan meet we all three went to together was Duang.
Oh yeah,
and that is a very wonderful experience. We had a great
yeah.
And I didn't know anything. I wasn't really that into BL at that point, but they made me more into it because of their cuteness and sweetness, and it was just.
And that was their first trip and their first time dealing with like an American audience, and so it was a little scary. So this time around, I think they're going to be more like settled in. Yeah. And so I think it's like I was watching them at Songkran going, but maybe I do want to see them. I'm like, I don't have enough money for everything. But yeah.
Another reason, Nikki and I were talking before we started this, and we were talking about how hard it is to find friends when you're older. And I feel like that's why some of these friend groups in these shows are so close to our hearts, because you remember, you get that nostalgia over making friends when you're younger. One of my earphones just quit on me. But I felt so weird. But yeah, reconnecting with friends is so great when you're older.
It is, but it's not the same.
But it's so hard to make new friends. Especially now when you do everything at home. Like you guys are online. I'm at home just with kids.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way for me to make new friends at work or whatever. So yeah.
If it wasn't for BL, because I stopped dancing, that I made new friends through dancing, but then I stopped dancing. As much as I would love to say, we do. To be fair, the closer knit people with me, I do still spend time with, but I'm not seeing them every week like I was before.
Right.
I used to go dancing every week, multiple times a week. I'm not doing that anymore. So it's not the same.
And being online for me is I'm in a different place now than I was before, right? I uprooted and moved. And then being online for me, though, is mostly about working.
Yeah, same.
Those are lovely individuals, but not my friends.
Right.
Just saying, it's hard as well because that's the scope of work. It's like that. And then kid group. Let's just say I'm not good at the kid mom friendship thing. I'm just not built for that, man.
I don't think I would be good at it either, honestly.
No, I was friends with all my kids' kids. All my friends, not their kids. All my kids' friends, not their parents. And their parents would try so hard. Their parents were very sweet. I just couldn't do it.
I don't know. I think it depends on where you're at with the parents. But yeah. So
also it depends on who, like the area that you're like. I'm a Black woman in a very white area. A Black lesbian in a very white conservative area. That's hard for me.
I like neighborhood. Oh, I was saying I'm in a place where there's little kid parents and then there's parents of kids who are gone to college. Mine are in the middle, man. I got nobody in my general vicinity. So that part.
I tried to talk to my neighbors a little bit more. So at least I'm on a first name basis with my neighbors, which I wasn't before.
I don't like
and then I go to a coffee shop every other Friday. So
that's good.
There's a Black woman that's typically there. So I was coughing one day and she was like, "Do you need a lozenge?" And then I was telling her how it's reflux, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm the same." She's like, "My girlfriends are always like, 'Girl, are you okay?' And I'm like, 'Girl, it's reflux.'" And we started talking. So I'm on a first name basis with her now. But I mean, it depends if she's going to be in the coffee shop at the same time as me,
Yeah. That's cool.
So that being said, these BL friend groups are fun to watch and enjoy closeness. And Kelly,
I'm supposed to. Yeah, wait. Here, let me. I got it. Okay, I'm first. So hold on. Let me pull it up. All right. So my first example of friend groups in BL is "I Promise You the Moon." I don't see to do it. I was like, "Nikki, do it." What?
I don't see anything.
You're hurting my vibe here.
His face is.
His pee face. Always got that.
So I promise you
These are knees. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kelly.
I Promise You the Moon is a follow-up to I Told Sunset About You. And the story takes place with them in college. And they actually, the characters Te and O.
What the world was that? Sorry.
Yeah, what did you do?
I tried to click on it. It just jumped. I don't know. I want to go to your second picture. That's all.
Te and O are now not only in college, but spoiler alert. It's been a long time, guys. I'm trying not to spoiler too much, but you need to set up for the part 2. There are 2 separate schools. So because of that, they create 2 separate friend groups. And the really special friend group is OAO's friend group. Very queer. From the minute he meets them, he's kind of lost. It's that idea of going into a new space, not knowing anybody, especially when you're going into college and it's not your friend group there. So for him, it's like he's an out of towner and this is a city school. So it's this real outsider experience. And these, I am going to spoil a piece of this because it's important. How he meets him, he's kind of feeling so lonely, and he goes into the cafeteria, and this one guy with blue nails is sitting there, and he just gets brave and says, "Hey, can I sit here?" And he sits with him. His friends end up showing up. They don't know him from anything, right? But they're just genuinely kind people. And as he's talking to them, all that weight he's been carrying, he just ends up bawling. And they don't ask questions. They just all kind of huddle around him and take care of him. And that just signifies what that relationship is from there out. They're just like, okay, you're ours now. We can't have you crying in a lunchroom. You're one of us.
I feel like I might have needed that spoiler because, I started at episode 1 and I couldn't. It was so much. The first one was so much pain. I told Sunset about you was so much pain for me that I just didn't want to see the pain again. It was so good. No, mind you, it was so good, but I wasn't ready for it. It is
challenging in a very different way, but I actually think I am one of the people who thinks this one is better in some ways, which I know people are going to think I'm crazy, but they've matured as actors. The storyline it is a challenging storyline, but it's so well written. It's so well done. People are mad because of what happens and they don't give enough time to pause and look at how beautifully it's beautifully done.
I also think I might have to watch it because we watched the one at the short.
I'll watch it with you.
The short, what you call it?
Oh, you've seen the short. I think I got you and Omni confused. You saw PP's short film?
The short film?
Have you not? Oh, we need to watch PP's short film.
So good.
It is so good. It's on YouTube. It's like a 20-minute short film.
It's so good. The whole through, all we could talk about is how much he looks like our niece.
Reedy.
So
I've said her name before.
Yeah, we said it all through that. I was getting emotional because all I could see was her in him.
But like
it's so good.
And I really like the juxtaposition of the way they do this story because Tay's character is very much like season 1. He's so laser focused on his goal. He's so laser focused on his dream. So he's a very tiny friend group and he holds on to it like it's a razor thin hold. But he's very isolated in that space because he puts theater and acting above all else. Where OAO is having a very different experience. And he is a person who needs to be surrounded by people. And so he creates this bond with this really beautiful friendship group. One of my favorites, that's that first picture, that scene, people talk about it to this day, is one of my favorite scenes in BL. And
that picture is beautiful.
And I think it's because of the way that and during that time we weren't getting clear queer friendship groups. Like it wasn't this was like not a BL version of it, right? This was more of a modern queer friendship group that understood him and was going to be his found family in those situations. So yeah, it's just very special. I will always be a proponent of I Promise You the Moon. It is a hard watch. I'm not going to pretend like it's not, but it's well done.
Well, if you watch it with me,
I'll watch it with you. I've watched it with a lot of people.
Yeah. That might get me through it because it looked painful to me. That first episode hurt.
I'm not going to let it is.
That first episode, I was done. Because I powered through the first one and then I was like, I'm going to go power through. I told Sunset About You and went straight to that and was like this.
You should not do that.
I'm not here for this.
We're in the same boat, Nate. We're in the same boat.
I'm out.
Mind you, we had a year and a half before we watched I Promise You the Moon. We had time to settle. You should not binge through those two. It's too much.
Yeah, that's all we could
think no more.
We were like, finally, and now you're gonna mess it up. I gotta get out of here.
Exactly.
I gotta get out of here.
And I do understand. I think that's a big reason why everybody is upset with it. I think my one critique of it went so deep in the drama so quickly. I think fans would have been more caring towards it if we spent more time in their love. Like we don't get to spend enough.
We didn't get it. No,
we didn't get it in the first one, not a ton of it. And then we go
Not
into the
really.
second one and they do us the same way. And I feel like that's boss. I feel like that's how he writes. He wants to torture
drama
more
right out.
the drama
well, okay.
more than
Paradise of Thorn.
Exactly. Gel Boys is real hard watch. Gel Boys is a hard watch.
That's why I have not finished. We were supposed to be watching that together so I could finish it.
You see, Yoshi's not even bringing it up.
I tanked out of that too. Because I was like, this is going someplace I don't
and
like.
It's not to say it's not to say it wasn't beautifully shot. I mean, everything, the coloring, everything about it is beautiful. But I couldn't take the story.
I think you're right, Kelly, though, that as a casual, like as a watcher, I like to at least sit in the love for a little bit because it helps me be more well anchored when the angst comes up. It's not that I don't want. It's that I need to be anchored in something before you jack with my brain. And he's out the gate. He's like this. Hey, they love each other. And I'm like, hey, man, stop being that.
Do you all know why it's hard? I feel like it's hard talking about these old shows. I'm like, it's been around forever. Do you know why it's hard? I Promise You the Moon. Because I want to talk about the directors. I was going to say why so to be fair, Boss didn't direct this one. It was another director, a new director that did I Promise You the Moon. But I don't feel like it's a secret what happens in part 2. Do you guys know? But
I would like for you to go ahead and talk because I feel like my approach to my shows, some things. Spoiler alert. I like that.
Because this, I don't think this is supposed to be a secret in the series because it is the whole concept. His concept, which I thought was fascinating, he said we watched love be built, a relationship and love be built in part 1.
Break it apart.
So he wanted to watch. He said, "Can I tell a love story in the midst of the breaking down of a relationship, but it still be a love story?" And I think he achieved that, which is crazy. But he's like, I want it packed full of love, but in its falling apart. Can I do that thing?
I'm gonna say no to that. I'm gonna thumbs down on
it. It is a hard
amazing concept.
It is, I wish they wiped so much stuff clean because people, it got a lot. People were pissed. People were real mad about it because they just wanted to sit and see them be cute. And
but that's real though.
Yeah,
it's real.
It is real, and it is very realistic in the way that it's written and acted. They are better actors in it,
and I think that's what I loved about I Told Sunset About You. Though it wasn't, there was nothing pretty about that. Like it was pretty, it was beautiful, but also it wasn't pretty the way that story was.
Right.
It is
very real.
They are not afraid to challenge you as a viewer, and they talk about the industry. What pissed me off when people got so upset about it, there are people who they ran that director off the internet. It made me so sad. He's actually back again. It like literally last year was the first show he directed since I Promise You the Moon. And I promise you, he was a brand new director and he did a beautiful job with this. He should have been like accolades and, the red carpet, but fandom was so angry, shut it down. And I was like, PP even side eyes. PP does not get excited when he talks about I Promise You the Moon because it's so tortured in a way I don't think he had a good time with that. He didn't like it.
I can imagine.
But yeah, and the behind the scenes to it. I know that sounds weird, but the behind the scenes are beautiful to this story.
It doesn't sound weird because there's so many behind the scenes to different things that I think are like so like I wish that was a part of the actual show.
I tell people now if they want to venture into it, it is imperative that you watch the episode and you watch the behind the scenes for that episode right after, because it kind of takes that heightened energy out of it, because they're so just love filled in these behind the scenes that you can just kind of relax, and then you can go into the next one. And then if you're like sad, just go watch the behind the scenes. You'll be fine.
That's you just made me remember like Goddess Bless You from Death. That's what got me through that, because I would be scared out of my mind, and then I would watch the behind the scenes, and the ghost is like, and I was like, oh, just a lady in makeup.
Funny.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my pitch for I Promise You the Moon. Yeah, that's
all right.
Whoa, I talked a lot.
Oh, I'm next, huh? I'm not gonna be as thorough as Kelly. We're going off the dome here. I'm usually the one who has all the background stuff. It's not
the notes.
Okay. Until We Meet Again. This is my friend group show. And the reason why I chose this one is I'm reacting to it right now on my channel. But when Manal, Team, and Parm meet each other, it is just like instant. They're standing in line. I don't know what they're even standing in line for. Like to sign up for something. I don't even remember what it was for.
Yeah, it was after drama club. Like drama clubs or something. Yeah,
different clubs, because they weren't all
different
drama.
clubs.
Only
they weren't all drama.
Yeah. And so they just start talking to each other because they happen to be standing in line together, and they instantly become friends. And I just remember that part of life from little kids through college, that you just like, I'm standing next to this person seems cool, let me talk to this person, and then if we gel, we gel. And then they were just like the moment they met, close. And I just think that they're a lovely friend group. Manal has like all this energy, and she's just like ooh, 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 ooh. It's everywhere. It's just like, I'm Manal, and she gets them. I think that she takes Parm out of his shell a little bit, because he has good reason to be in a shell. He has good reason. He's this very sweet person, very loving, very kind, but also he got things going on. And she gives him a reason to not think about those things sometimes, I think. And Team is fun and silly and protective as well. And I think that they all give each other what they need. And then I love that Dean, the person whom Parm is interested in, his sister becomes a part of that friend group as well. And she's just like a good fit in there. They're just the cutest, sweetest little friend group. And then, Dean and Dean and Win are friends also. But I don't see them as a group necessarily. They're just a couple of friends. But and then Dean's brother even gets thrown in there here or there for comedic relief. But they're just all sweet and kind and loving to one another, and they're able to share things with one another and help each other out in different situations. And so that friend group just stands out to me. Like but the minute they met in that line, I was like, this is what I love about. This is what I love about Thai BLs. Like,
and they're like ride or die with that group.
Yeah, it's instantaneous. They like, oh, we click. Okay, we're friends.
But it made me like, I don't know, Songkran just happened, so I keep going back to it. But like the moment Pooh and Santa met at Songkran, it made me in that thing, and you see Pooh go, "Hi, I'm Pooh," and Santa go, "Hi, I'm Santa," and then like he says his year, and Santa goes, "Me too," and then instantly Pooh pulls out his phone and he like, exchange information. You can just see Santa like light up. And it used to be just that easy. Hi, my name is
Manal.
Pooh is Manal. Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Like that with everybody.
Everybody.
He really
Pooh is like this, just rocking up on people. I'm Pooh.
What? And they're like, that sounds like a great person to be. Oh. I guess I'm friends with you now. And Pooh's like, yes, you are.
I feel like I wonder how Pavel feels about that.
I think Pavel is fine with that.
Yeah, I
I
think so
wonder if
too.
Pavel, though, he could be like my friend, because that was me. And when I'm in social spaces, whether it's my choice or not, I am less proactive than Pooh. But in my dance group, I was the one where people, they're like, why do you know everybody? And I'm like, I don't know. They're just here. And they used to be like, feel some kind of way about it. Like one friend, if we were like leaving the event trying to go eat, she was like my bouncer, because she was like, I don't need these people talking to you or we'll never get dinner. And so she was like, I got to stop the weirdos from talking to you. And we would be walking out.
Okay,
and she'd be like, we're going to dinner. We're going to dinner.
That was me when I was younger, but that is not me. I mean, I talk to everybody now. To be clear, I as shy and nervous as I am, I will go and talk to people in spaces, right? If they're wearing something that I think is interesting or just seem like an interesting person, I will talk to them. But I'm not gonna create a bond. That's the issue.
Right.
This is the thing. I think you and I, I took a course, a leadership course, and they gave us colors. I don't think you're the same color as us, Nikki, but Ami and I are that color where, and it was so eye-opening, because I was like, I don't feel like I'm running around trying to make friends with everybody. I don't see myself as that, but I do recognize everybody thinks they're my friend. And so I never had a name for what that was. And they said, in the little like blue, I'm like blue. So you could like be blue, green, blue, red, or whatever. But I'm like all the way in the deepest of blues in the corner. And that type of person has a presence that everybody thinks that you are approachable and you can talk to them. So you can sit in a room. So the way they described it, and I've had this happen, you can sit in a corner in a party and not approach a soul. And by the end of the party, be surrounded by people. And everyone looking outside is like, my God, look at her. She's the life of the party. Every time she comes to a party, everybody's and they see you making that. And I'm in the corner like, God, I was just trying to sit over here and maybe nobody will bother me because there's too many people. It's loud in this room and I got anxiety and I just really kind of want to go home. But now you're surrounded. You might be that too, Nikki. I don't know.
I think it's the Black woman in us. I'm going to be honest with that. It's the Black woman in us.
No, my friends were not like that.
Well, that's the weird thing, because I feel like we just went to a hockey game.
Mommy and daddy.
It's mom and dad.
And there were people sitting next to us. I was on the end, and the man came up and he was like, oh, this is my brother's coming. He's going to be on the end. So I'm going to sit next to you. And he was like, you look like a lot of fun. And I was like, do I? And I didn't prove him wrong. I was just like, I don't know if I want to have fun though. But I will say, hey, I'm doing big numbers right now with with 15-year-olds, because
I heard
their friends are like, your mom is so cool. And I'm like, I haven't talked to not a one of them. And they're like, amazing. Yeah, it's kind of the point, Mom. You just, they think you're
not
cool.
momming
in
them.
The car line. I come down, I talk to my kids and I make sure they're okay. Nobody's having problems in my house, but still, I don't think I'm engaging. I'm not being their friend because I don't want to be. You're not my age.
Niara's friends
I'm just so weird. Yeah,
I don't know. We were cool moms, but I think it's because we were the lesbian moms.
But my friends thought my parents were the best parents. They love coming to my house.
That's true. Mom
they were.
Yeah,
they actually made an effort to go talk to us.
They did. I remember I went on a trip with people who had not spent a ton of time with me, and I told them this phenomenon at a dance event, and then we were all upstairs in the ballroom, and I was like, I'm getting sleepy. I'm gonna just go run downstairs and get a energy drink. Kid you not, 20 minutes later, I came back up. They were like, we were about to go find you. What happened? I went down there to get an energy drink. There were two people, one working the counter and another woman. Walked up, she saw my dance shoes. She said, you one of the dancers? I said, yeah, I'm one of the dancers. I learned about her entire experience trying to learn it. She was not part of the event. She helped somebody escape Cuba. Her whole story. And then while she's telling it, she is friends because I don't know why she's there all the time, with a cashier who is like telling me, well, that one time I met Aretha Franklin and we have this like back room where we take Taylor Swift. I don't know how I got in this. And I was hostage because the cashier had to check me out.
Ring you up. And she wasn't ringing you up.
20 minutes. And I came upstairs and they're like, Kelly, that's not how normal people engage in the world. I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I walked in there and she saw my shoes and it was over. I was there for 20 minutes. So that is
20 minutes.
Yeah,
I know. I was like, okay, we gotta go because
we've only done 2 minutes. Go, Nikki, go.
What's your friend group, Nikki?
My friend group is school trip.
Good.
Joined a group I'm not close to. I love school trip. Oh, Japanese BL. I love you. So, school trip. I did mine slightly different. Everybody's gonna know we all do our slightly different. In mine, I wrote down a lot. I wrote down some stuff. So,
go for it.
I have decided to name each of my friend groups very specifically. So this is the surprisingly kind, popular guys friend group, the Four Heavenly Kings. So
I like that.
So I was like, the show guides us through like this wonderful beginning of their relationship for Hioki and Watarai. But we also see Watarai's friend group throughout the series exhibit more kindness than we expect from that typical like archetype of a character, right? Because, you know, usually popular, good-looking guys are not kind people. And they take that stereotype and kind of flip it on its head. And and even by episode 7 is when they even give us the kind of backstory of how the friend group becomes a friend group. And that gives you even more insight. Into why they are the people, like how they act, why they act the way they do. And especially with Hioki being added, because it was only 4 months that they had been a friend group, even though they were being assumed as a group by the people at that school because they were considered the Four Heavenly Kings. So I kind of split my stuff up into sections. The group consists of Hioki, the unassuming love interest who finds himself assimilated into a friend group that is loved and envied by the school for their good looks and perceived personalities. Then we have Watarai, who is mostly tired of the attention that he's receiving. He's kind of socially awkward, and he is 100% in love with Hioki. Before he knows that he is in love with Hioki, he is also in love with Hioki. Because that's all of Watarai right there. And then there's Hota, who's the friend that he knows from school. He's like the social butterfly guy in the group. And even from his his interactions with him, even in the core friend group, he is the one that facilitates Watarai's request at the beginning to have Hioki come and be a part of the group. We've got Nakasato, he also shares Watarai's discomfort about being popular, but he is, what is he? Like the nature of their popularity, but he's also like a cutie patootie of the group. And he's full of smiles and intrinsically the friendliest one. That one, you know, he is like, Actually, let's move on so you can see what I'm talking about. And then Murasaki, and he is what?
In that picture, he's so smiley and he's so.
I know.
Go on
he looks like sunshine.
So he is the first to clock the sparks between Watarai and Hioki, and he also has the best resting bitch face of the group, and a queer older brother with a poor sense of humor.
Wait, I thought that brother was the one who introduced.
It's his brother. It's his brother.
Other guy's
That's why the brother is so weird.
I didn't realize
that's why the brother's so weird, because he doesn't come from a normal, friendly person's family. He comes from RBF Faith's family, and he even apologizes for him. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry about my brother. He's a weirdo." And then they also have the bonus friend group, which I didn't put up here, which is Hioki's friends.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Yes, and they serve as both like a source of jealousy for Watrai, but they are also occasionally like a useful sounding board for Hioki to like, kind of go back and forth. Highlight of their friendship: their easygoing like nature when it comes to Watarai's insistence with adding Hioki. They don't question. Watarai's like, I need that, and they're like, okay, we'll go get that for you, and they
really are
to do it, like. And then the effortless way that they morph that from curious friend to wingman. They go from what's that to wingman
without conversation.
Without a conversation, just fully agreed. We know what we're doing now, right? This is all this changed. So that's pretty awesome too. Last part, best scenes. Best scenes include depositing Hioki into Watarai's lap at the school assembly.
So awesome.
That was great.
That was amazing.
No, that was a lovely friend move. Silently observing the budding relationship on the school trip as a whole, and that included rearranging seats on the bus to meet Watarai's needs, insisting on Hioki truly being included. Every picture that they took, everything. Hey man, what are you doing? Come over here. You're with us now, right? Being worried about his well-being, like when he doesn't have his glasses, being in the hot spring, clocking some things going down, that kind of thing. Also being worried when those girls wanted to ditch him.
Trash.
And they all the friends, it wasn't just Watarai was like, I need to find him. The whole group was like, we're not doing anything right now until we find out where Hioki is. So y'all can go. They were like, you can bounce. We don't care about you. And then also, very keenly in their little discussions, warning Hioki about Watarai's crazy jealousy. They did that in a very like underhanded. They were like, that's how this guy operates.
They also like try to find out who Hioki was like seeing.
Yes, that's right. It was both. That's right. They were like, let's find out for our friend. Oh, and also he's crazy. You need to know that. Okay. And Watarai's like, I'm not crazy. They was like, yo, dude, you know you crazy.
We see your eyes. You see the crazy in your eyes.
So my last wrap up is, these dudes are the friendliest hot guy wingmen of the highest order, not only by facilitating the Watarai and Hioki relationship, but also becoming actual true friends with Hioki in the end. They were the best. The best.
They were.
Friend group.
The
they
best
really were.
Around. Sorry,
I ran through that. Did you guys have anything else?
No, that was good. You paced that.
You did a great job.
No, that was great. I like the way you broke it down.
Yay, because that's all of mine are going to be broken down that way. Yahoo! Okay, next up we have We Are, which feels like very obvious choice. This is one of the director news series. People have big feelings about this one way or another, but it is a go-to comfort watch for me. It's 16 episodes. We really circle around the story of, this didn't Peem, and the synopsis is very sparse. We circle through the story of Peem and Poom. They are our protagonists who meet in an adversarial way, but find their way to friendship and then relationship from that. And Peem has his very strong friend group. Poom has his very strong friend group. And through their relationship and through their interactions together, they all end up kind of
connected in the end. It's huge cast. It's a lot of people, but it's just very, very sweet. Like they all just love and care about each other. And I think why some people just are coming in fully for the romance, and they want a show that's just heavy on romance, and that's what they're looking for. But if you hear the actual writer of the book for this particular series, this book was a love letter to friend groups. This book was a love letter to, the friends you make in college and those relationships and how they shape you. So the romance in this one is not actually supposed to be at the forefront. The friends are, which is why I felt like we could not have this list without having We Are on it.
And I'm very surprised, and I imagine it's just people who are mostly like Pond and Pooin fans that came to this for the romance, because it's very clear out the gate, even in the way that they like promoted it, you knew you were about to delve into a friend group. Like there's absolutely no way that you could walk into this, see that many people in the cast, and think, I'm going to get me some love story. What are those people going to do? Wander around in the background? I'm confused.
There's a segment of fandom that I cropped up, I think around this time, that have been consistent, that just want a story about their favorite couple and no one else be involved. Absolutely.
This is the same.
Well, they need to wait for that.
The same director that did Perfect 10-liners. Is that what you told me?
Yes.
Which is also like a lot of friends. A whole lot of friends.
Director New focuses on friend groups. Yeah.
You get
That's
more.
A good job.
You get more focused on the love stories in that, but still, there's tons of friend groups all through that. Right.
That's his strong suit, and so I think if you go to his shows looking for something else, like I think a lot of. And I'm not going to put words in people's mouth. He gets a lot of critique. We all know this. There's a lot of hate around him in particular. But I think some of it is because they're asking him to be something he is not in the way that he tells stories. And I think a lot of the people who hate on him live in a space where they believe we want what they want. And this show was number one. This show did well. This show for a really long period of time stayed in the top 10 of Aishi. It didn't do that because people didn't like it or were only watching it for Pond. There are a segment of Pond Pooin fans that think it did well because they supported it, even though they didn't like it. And so we don't really know. And I'm just like, but I know people who still watch it every week. They're still, this is what they go back to. When I ask about a comfort show you rewatch, almost every single time We Are is at the top of the list. So
I mean, all of the story, the little cute little, first of all, what we are discussing now, the friend group stories, is what really made this enjoyable. But also each little individual couple in that, each little pairing in that was fun to watch as well. As I'm going to say, for me, Ooh Boom, that was some fun stuff right there. They were cute in that. I think that's the first time I saw them.
I will say I saw
this before Perfect 10-liners. I think
that I don't know if it was AJ or JJ, but whichever J it was.
Oh my goodness, yes,
JJ.
Every single time on the screen, I was like, I'm here for that. Every single time.
That convoluted Winnie Satang story.
Yeah, that was crazy. Convoluted. That was crazy,
and it was fun. And Poon pushing how that was going to go forth. That was fun.
That was fun.
Hey, we got to meet, and I mean, it is a little. Well, it's a little messy, right? Because the way we got to meet, some people were Mark. Oh God, I've forgotten his other his other partner who was like in trouble because of the alleged abuse situation. So Poon got put in, who was not Mark's partner. But I was excited that we got to meet Poon that way. But so you have that kind of controversy around that. And there's still a segment of the population that rides Pooin's booty. I was going to say ass because I can. Today, because they do not like his kissing in this, and say his kissing was bad in this, which I still don't agree with, and they blame Director New for it. And so therefore Director New is the scourge of the earth.
I don't remember his kissing.
They are the ones who started trending. Please don't let our actors have to work with Director New.
Jesus Christ!
Focuses on the story itself is beautiful. Is a fun, sweet, lovable story. Why are we focused on the kissing?
They said he was ridiculed and made fun of, and I'm like, y'all paid way more attention to that than us regular folk. I don't remember this. I'm sure it happened, whatever. But like the way a lot of that fandom like sits in their feelings about that, I don't know. I feel like you have to divorce yourself from the reality of the fact that this show did really well. People loved it. It was, and people recognized. Some people were like, "Wow, I don't even know why I'm in love with this," but I think they connected to the friend group.
Yeah,
the friendship was legitimately hilarious, absolutely funny. You know, now there's always going to be the book people. I don't know what to say to them because I didn't read the book. So there's always a segment that the book people tend to not like news
interpretation of the book
consistently. But I can't speak on that because I don't read the book, so I don't have that as a layer of critique.
Right.
They could be 100% in the right with that. I don't know. But as far as the show stands on its own, if you don't have any connection to the book, I still would go back and watch it today. It feels good.
There are parts of this that I go back and watch quite often because it's just so cute and sweet.
Yeah.
And it just makes me feel good.
And I think cute and sweet is okay. I think we need cute and sweet in this world. And
I think it's necessary in the friend group to a certain extent. I might give some other examples, but cute and sweet mostly is necessary in these friend group shows. All right, next up.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Forever You.
Woohoo!
Look at those guys. Okay, so there are two main friend groups in this. And call them the doctors. That's a good way of describing
it. The doctors. Yeah.
Hill, Joanne, Fa, and Arthit. Right? Hill, I think of Hill as like the father figure. Like everyone goes to him. Like they want his approval.
Don't do that.
You know? I think of I think of Fa as kind of like the counselor. Like he's the sweet, calm force that gives them a little bit of guidance.
Yeah.
I think of Joanne as the enforcer and the detective. Like if they need information, they go to him for the information. And they he's gonna back you up if you need a little
because he always wanted to back somebody up with some
yes, he does. Well, and Mafia or whatever.
Arthur is just like the
screw up. Jerk. He's a screw up.
But with surprising wisdom. Like he just is like an a-hole a lot of the time. But then when he sees his friends are in need, he all of a sudden has all these great things to say that'll help them through it. So yeah, that's that friend group right there. And Arthur is an asshole with pride.
Like, yeah, I know.
That's who he is.
Happy to be who he is.
Nobody's questioning it. They're like, that's who he is. All right. So then there's the other friend group. I don't know how to describe them because they all do different things. But this is the other friend group.
The cutie patooties.
The cuties. They are cuties.
The mother hen. And the elite shipper. The elite shipper. So Tur's like so like caring and loving and whatever you're going through, Tur's like, oh, I'm gonna cry about it and hug you.
Yeah.
But also Tur's like, you should be with this person, and this is how this is gonna end up. I don't care what you think right now, this is what's gonna happen.
Let me make sure this happens.
North, protector, and instigator.
Ride or die.
Yes. North is not gonna let anyone do anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's there. He's gonna physically fight. He's like his man.
I was gonna say he could fit in the other friend group, honestly.
Yeah.
He could.
He and
yeah,
his man
he
go
does.
hand in hand. He's gonna protect those boys, but he also is gonna like jab, to say little irritating things to get on your nerves. Foon, the sweet baby kitten. That's what I call him.
Aww.
They call him Meow. They call him Meow.
Yeah.
Meow. Because he's so sweet. And he can get a little feisty and, sassy. But for the most part, he's sweet. And he's just there as an ear and a loving person. And then there's Thao. He's just quiet wisdom. He sits back and he listens. And then he offers suggestions that might help you through. And they are... Go ahead.
His empathy. I mean, his actual, empathetic capabilities. Yes, he can feel it. So he always has the right thing to say, I think. Yeah.
And that's what makes these two friend groups. And then as a whole, like when they just put all those loving things together, it's just a beautiful combination. And that's why this is one of my main comfort BLs. And it's long as hell, right? There's so many episodes to this.
We got mad when it was out. I'm not gonna lie, we got mad.
It was so long.
But I didn't watch it when it was out. So
I did. I watched it, Kelly, too, when it was out, and it was just like, why is this? Yeah.
If Johan North hadn't come in, we would have probably rioted.
Yeah, I think me and Yoshi were having that conversation the other day. Yeah, I needed it. Even though I didn't watch it when it was out, when it first came out, I needed Johan North to feel the things I felt for this.
Yeah, change the energy in the show. Only because this one, I felt like, of all the critiques of Director North, this one I felt was the most warranted because of the repetitiveness. There was a point where it was just like, dude, we get it. Like, why are we here again? Why are you acting like the last 3 days didn't happen?
Right.
And it's no knock to Pond and Coolheart, because I feel like they did an excellent job. They did the best they could do with this. But the Hill Turd, that storyline just kept looping and looping and looping. And it was like, can we move on now? We need to get somewhere else. And especially because North and Johan were just like hanging out on the edges of that.
Yeah, and it was like, were so powerful.
Yeah, we were like, come on, just give it to us. So when it finally came, it was like, oh, thank God.
So this came out before Perfect 10 Liners. And a lot of people were very vocal about their frustration about it. And then we got Perfect 10 Liners, and people were ready to hate it. And when I found out how they were structuring it with 8 episodes toward each arc, I was telling people about it. And then after that first arc, that's when we watched the first arc separately, Sarah, Yoshi, and I, and then started this Per Santa one together. And that's when our Type 8 chant came, because we were like, he just needed a structure.
Yep.
And that Forever You Too is in the Type 8 structure.
Type 8. Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say the Forever You Too is doing what Forever You should have done.
Right. Yep. It's true.
Yeah. He also pissed people off because the trailer and all the advertisement told us we were getting all the story.
Yep. It told us that.
And then we only did it. Every episode, no one told us this was going to happen.
No.
So we were like, Hill Turd again? Like, what are other ones doing? And then they were
like, how are they going to do that? Yep. Yeah.
But they had not gotten rights to the books. So that's the other thing. People don't, you can't do the story if you don't have rights to the book.
Like, kind of like
those are separate books.
Naughty Babe situation.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So they usually get permission to sprinkle it in to make the story work, but they can't really tell that full story till they get rights to the book.
Makes sense. Is that good? You good? Yay.
Good.
This is my first real yell that Kelly suggested to me. This was like a list, and Kelly was like, boom, 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 and all of them were heavy hitters. And this one hit all my hit all my markers. It's like BL, fantasy, and little cop CSI thing happening there. And so the sign, everybody. This is my next one. Okay. The literal ride or die elite cop squad friend group. Because they literally they could die. Okay. So this is a story, everybody, of hot guys in cop school who just want to be the best elite, highly trained cop force that they can be, but some shady stuff goes down with fantasy elements, and they need to figure it out for their own safety and justice. Okay? So some of these friendships are already baked in, but they become a full elite cop squad friend group because they need the justice. So, the group consists of Paya, who he is a man with a mysterious past, and a short fuse, and an unending amount of googly eyes for Tharn and Tharn alone, who wants to be also an elite cop. He becomes an elite cop. I'm going to say that. Tharn, who is our sweet, cute patootie, a sweet bean who has visions about Paya's well-being and others, and is just out here trying to stop people from dying, and also wants to be an elite cop. Yeah, Yai. Yai, he's Tharn's childhood friend, and he is aware of Tharn's abilities to see visions, and also wants to be an elite cop. We have Ken, who is the jokester. He's the jokester of the group, and is the ex and or current boyfriend of Tong Tai.
Oh yeah,
he also wants to be an elite cop. And then finally, Tong Tai, he is the level-headed one of the group and was in a previous and or current relationship with Kim and tolerates way too many shenanigans from that dude that he should not be tolerating, and he also wants to be an elite cop. Their friendship highlights include the most bro-tastic things you can think of in the name of friendship. So that includes the best scenes. Low-key making fun of Paya in front of the entire barracks for sketching a picture of a woman who suspiciously looks kind of like Tharn.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what are you doing? That's not cool. And he's like, I know, I'm trying to start something in front of everybody. Suspiciously getting Tharn drunk and bringing Paya in to help him get home. Tharn didn't want that. He didn't want that. Y'all all out drinking, getting drunk because you stupid bro-tastic cop games. And then you're like, come bring him home. And also ribbing Tharn and Paya every time they show up somewhere together to insinuate that they have done the do. Why are y'all doing that? This is all friend group stuff. You're good friends. I don't know. You maybe could not be as broy as you are. These dudes were pretty dude broy, but hella dedicated to the task at hand and would do anything to get the justice. Because the justice was, they had to figure out the mystery. And they even made Paya, I feel like, de facto leader when he brought up his need to get the justice. And they were all like, if you're getting the justice, we're getting the justice. But they're just, it's a pretty baked in friend group, but actually they are ride or die. Like once they all get on board, they're like, we're on board. Doesn't matter what happens. We're here. Let's do this thing. And that's what I really liked about them. So it's a good cop.
Yes, even when the higher ups are giving them grief.
Yeah.
Like,
the higher ups.
We're with each other.
Together, yeah.
So I don't think it's a cute friend group because there's a lot of kicking and punching and guns. But it is definitely a very good friend group because they could die, but they're going to get the justice. So that's what I got. I got the sign. Anything else? No?
Okay. All right. Secret Crush on You. This wasn't my third one. And then I was like, how can I do this without talking about Secret Crush on You? This is another polarizing show. This is heavily polarizing. It is the story of, oh God, I forgot everybody's name.
You said you're going to watch
the main friend group is Daisy, or oh my God, Toe. Oh my gosh, my brain. Toe, Zhao, Daisy, and Psalm. That's the main friend group. These four, this was also the timing of the shows kind of matters. So this to me was I know Until We Meet Again was before this, but this particular friend group, we had not seen a femme boy friend group that was the main leads of the series. So Toe is, very clearly femme. So not just when you see BL, there's, especially in the early days, there was this emphasis on they were a little more masculine in a lot of ways, but still loved each other, where the more femme characters were comedic relief. And so with Secret Crush on You, all the lead roles, the main characters were all this very femme boy friend group. They're supposed to be the losers. They're supposed to be the ones that nobody talks to. They refer to themselves as the side characters in everyone else's story. And that's the way they've approached their lives up until this point, where they meet the cool kid friend group that's much like the school trip one, where you expect them to be one way, but that's Nua and Sky, In Touch, and then freeing Becky's characters, Kong and Arm. They actually turn out to be this really nice group of cool kids who don't treat now I will say this is polarizing because Toe and his friends are very weird in a lot of ways. Like, they do not shy away from them being grating at points. But the whole point of the series is this kind of celebration of not only friendship, but the little weird dudes being able to be weird and still treated with care and love. And so it's very special to me. I know a lot of people are like, it's so cringe. It's so cringe. I can't get through it. I will tell you, it took me till episode 5 to really lock in. So you have to have a level of, not everybody's like that. Some people if you have a high cringe tolerance, and I hate the word cringe, but I think if anything, this show does meet that standard of actual cringe, not like people were like, oh, they were nice in this scene, or they were, Duang is belonging and they call that cringe. I don't think that's cringe. This is actual cringe, but in a way that I fully bought into and enjoy, because this friend group loves each other so much. They are truly there for each other. They support the whimsies of Toe, but they also still, it made me mad when people said they didn't keep Toe in line. They did. They just knew how to handle their friend. So they were going to be mean and nasty. People just wanted to punish them for their weirdness. And I think people need to kind of like check in on their own biases when they talk about the show. Even if you don't like it, the need to put Toe and his friends down is centered around people's need for people to act a certain way. You can't have the hot guy if you act like that. He didn't fix himself. Well, what if the hot guy likes you?
Just the way you are. I started it too. I went one episode and I was like, I can't do it.
I think I saw one episode.
I will say some people say it took them only 2 episodes. It took me, I actually started it and stopped it. And then somebody was like, I need you to go back and try again. This is one of the best friend stories I've seen. And I went back in and I love it. I'll fight for them.
I feel like I started it way in the beginning of my BL journey. And I am learning that BL is teaching you that if you're going to accept people for their sexualities or their gender fluidity, you have to accept the whole of people. And so you can't be in this space where you like, I don't like this personality. This personality is something that I want to, talk down about or whatever, because people are are different in all kinds of ways,
Right.
not just in their sexuality or their gender fluidity or any of that. There are personalities that are very different that we have to look at and be like, why am I so bothered by this? And so that is what I'm learning from BL, which is weird because I feel like in real life, I'm okay with people who are different and weird. Why is it that hard on the screen?
I think this is going to be my personal take. I think to shine the light on people that they didn't like and they didn't want to see a part of them reflected back. He's an extreme version, but they were like, he's a stalker. And every time people were like, he's a stalker, that's literally the Thai name of the series has stalker in it. So he is supposed to be that. Like, that is his character. It's not, and this is like high comedy. So you got to be okay with that, like slapstick, very Thai comedy. And it was big in Thailand because it stayed true to the book and it was doing true Thai comedy. But the other piece is he was like a collector. And I know people had a really hard time. Of course, it went beyond what it should. But I would watch YouTube at that time because I wasn't on TikTok. And these people sitting with walls of everything they had collected.
Things that they collected.
Talking about how he was so embarrassing. And I was like, you don't get to say that. You literally have these, at least he knows who that dude is. You don't know those guys. You have their dolls. You have their signed, stuff. You have a standee of them sitting next to you. Like, I've picked up little things from an event that I found special. And the way people talked about him, like he was just the worst of the worst of the worst. And the show was like, they said the show was getting you to want to, like, it was encouraging people to act that way. And I was like, you weren't watching the show then, if you think that's what it was. But it also didn't treat him like a pariah, which they wanted. They wanted him fixed. I have very strong feelings about Secret Crush on You. People,
I really want to watch this with you guys because I'm now looking at this picture. I'm like, oh, I did see the first episode of this show. Definitely.
I mean, it's weird as hell. I'm not going to pretend it's not. They are weird. There's weirdness there, but I still love them. And, Daisy is trans, one of the first main trans characters, and then people struggle with that. And
she's trans?
No, Daisy is standing next to her.
Oh, the one that's standing next to her.
Yes, that's Daisy. Daisy,
not the glasses, but the other one
on the far left. So there's two guys or two people.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
So Daisy is trans, and people had a hard time with it. And I'm like, it's the same thing that would happen anywhere where you're in a school that has rules about uniform.
You can't. Yes,
you can't do that. Oh.
And they don't explain it away for you. They just say Daisy's trans, and you accept that Daisy's trans, and Daisy's friends treat Daisy in the way that Daisy needs to be treated. And it is my favorite depiction. Well, you do not get trans characters as lead roles very often in these series.
I'm so happy that you're like introducing it to me this way, because I definitely, you and Yoshi said you wanted to watch it with me, and I definitely would like to do that.
Daisy is trans. Xiao is, to us, doesn't look big, but the beauty standards in Asia are different. So he's the chubby one, and he's dealing with, they all have their little separate reasons about why they're treated poorly by everybody. But they love each other. And then Som's a badass, but she hangs out with all the gay boys. You know what I mean?
Is she in other things? Because I know I saw her in this, but her face is so
in The Sign, and she's in this was Idol Factory. This was Idol Factory's very first production.
So is she in
Interminable? Yes,
she is. Okay. She's
I love her.
Right? She's
Nam. Her name is Nam. I love her. She's Babe's best friend.
I love her.
I love her.
Yes. Yeah. I love her too.
Okay. So anyway.
Okay. We're on to the next.
On to the next. That's me, Boy Next World. This picture right here depicts why I love the friend group in Boy Next World. so much. And we talked about it when we talked about Boss Noel. We talked about this image is explicitly. But I'm just going to talk about each friend. I don't know the girls if I got their names correct, but Jin, which is I feel like I don't want to say he is Pooh's best friend, but that's kind of how I see it. Jin can read minds, and he's very, very wise. Like he's like just sits back because he can read minds. He sits back and observes, and then he can offer really good advice. Achi, the pretty boy, he's the playboy. He's a little flighty. He's just there to like hit on girls or whatever. But he also really, really, really loves Pooh and feels like
he does.
Be Pooh's protector, even though he's not very good at being Pooh's protector.
He's not good at it all, but
that's his desire. His desire is to be Pooh's protector. Especially like in this scene, like he's like trying to protect him from Sir, and he's like
not doing anything.
And Sir looks at him like whatever. And Tree, I think Tree is who I'm talking about. She's the feisty one. Like she will defend Pooh against anyone. Like they say something nasty about him, they look at him the wrong way, they come for him.
She's on
Tree is like, I'm gonna knock you out. She doesn't have a problem with using her hands.
No, she really
doesn't require her hands. Her hands
like,
are
I'm
involved.
Gonna put hands on you. Yep.
Yes. Nalin, I don't know if I'm saying that right. She's the sweet and caring one. She's like always trying to find out what's going on, with her words. But at the same time, she don't take any mess either. Like she's gonna assess the situation, but she's also gonna like hammer down.
I think the girls, man, them girls is powerful stuff.
They don't play.
You do not play. About him.
Yeah. So that's Pooh's friend group. And then if you go to the next pick, Sir's friend group, Rome is the little weirdo. Rome is the one who's always talking about fish, and he's just kind of strange, and he's in his own little world, but he also knows what's going on in the real world, even though he tells it in a very strange way. He's still aware, but he's the comic relief, but he's also like the point of let's calm this down and like try to think rationally about this, even though he's not really there, but he's there. I don't know how to describe him, but Wim, is that how you say his name? I don't know. He is
a long time.
He is neurotic and worrisome because he's been left with the responsibility of caring for Sir. Like everything that happens to Sir is put on
him. Yeah.
Plate. Like he can't just live his life because he's always worried about this dude. So those are and in this he gets to start thinking about himself some because Sir is like, I want this other man, and his focus is there, and so Wim gets to start having his own life a little bit in this.
I think I think in terms of this show, I feel like I know what the dynamic is for Sir's friend group, right? It was that they all grew up together. For Pooh's friend group, is it the same, or did he pick them up in college? Yeah, he picked them up in college.
When we get the flashbacks, I don't see them.
They're not around. Okay.
Friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like that difference of like baked in friendship versus, meeting new people and then really forming connections with them. Right.
It also has to do with your personality, right? I don't think Sir is the personality that's going to make new friends in college. He's got to have those friends that he had already. Whereas Pooh is so sweet and weird and interesting
and kind. Yeah.
He draws people to him. And then they want to take care of him. So that first image is after he was sick, right? And Jen is reading the minds of everyone at that table and the different ways in which they care for Pooh.
Care about him. Yep.
And it's very interesting. to hear how differently they care for him, but they all feel strong need to protect and care for him. Even the one that's not part of the friend group, the one that's trying to court him, he's got very strong feelings on how to care for him too. So, Boy Next World, one of my comfort BLs, and the friend groups in it are as well. Sir's friend group, like they're weirdos, but they love that boy too. They love him.
And they give you enough of their perspective for you to care about them as well, right? They don't just leave them as like that guy's friends, especially the neurotic one. Poor thing.
I felt for him all through that.
Because he was really, he had a lot going on.
No, and he was just like, please.
Forever that show will be. I wish they had leaned more into the sci-fi.
So much.
Yeah. I wanted to see those other universes. Honestly, I feel like
me too. We were.
Yeah, I was watching again today, just to get some feels on the characters, and I didn't remember one of the universes where he was like a business guy.
Yes,
and who was like his assistant. I was like, oh,
want that show so bad.
Yes.
They gave us glimpses, but not enough. Yeah, of the other stuff.
I thought she might like go into that and make like special episodes of that. Nothing. It's like it's all crazy. Right there. Why aren't you doing it? We want it.
All right, so that was great friend group from that, and then we'll do my last friend group. We're going back to the cops, everybody.
I never saw it. So good.
No. Oh no, you haven't seen it?
It's totally fine. I don't know when I would ever. I might end up watching it if Patreon votes on it, but I won't remember any of this.
Okay, cool. Goddess bless you from death. We got a nice group here. We call this the We Chose You Over Your Janky Ex friend group. So this show is another one about comp friends, but with supernatural elements this time instead of, fantasy. And the core of their friend group for me hinges on the idea that they were initially friends with both Singha and his ex. But once everything fell apart, they took a side, and that side was Singha's. And so it feels like they waited for their friend to come back to work, and they just picked up right where they left off. But, this time with a supernatural serial killer case, basically. So the group consists of Singha, who is freshly back on the force after some BS went down with his said ex. He has a real case of RBF as well. This is all resting right here, and it's not happy. But turns out to be more caring and reasonable than his furrowed brows would imply, because those were working overtime. I'm including Thoop in this friend group, even though he wasn't in the original friend group. Thoop, who is unfortunately the lead suspect in a supernatural serial killer case due to proximity to dead bodies. He is a cutie patootie. He is a cutie patootie who sees ghosts and wants him some Singha hella bad. That's pretty much him. Then we have let's move to this. Then we have a seemingly talented forensics manager guy who is a bit too preoccupied with breaking up / reconnecting with his subordinate to be really great at his job. He does that too much. He's not great. He's okay at his job. He also does not believe in the supernatural stuff, which will suck for him later. It will. And then Darin, subordinate, who is somewhat good at his job and believes in supernatural stuff, but may not be a great judge of character sometimes. That also is his problem. And then my favorite, my personal fave, Mech. He is the true star of this group because he gets half of the actual police work done while everyone else is talking about it. Mech is doing it. He is also loyal to Singha to a fault. And even though I may have thought that he might have been the killer,
I was going to say, because Mech worked so hard, everybody was like, is Mech a bad guy?
He was, you know what? Mek was just a good guy. I love me some Mek. So that's the friend group we're working with here. Friendship highlights include me mugging King behind his back and occasionally to his face on behalf of Singha, said X. That's King. Letting Singha know that they have his back, even with that dude around. They're like, that dude's around? We don't care about that dude. What do you want us to do? And turning a blind eye to Singha, letting the lead suspect in their case be way more involved than he should have been. They was like, okay. And lastly, believing to, even though he used to be the lead suspect in the case because he actually made sense most of the time. He made, he was also one of the only reasonable ones there. So I didn't have a lot of best scenes for this. I didn't get an opportunity to go back and really delve into it. But I did enjoy Mek whenever he sees Toop in Singha's car and he says absolutely nothing about it. He's just like, that guy coming too? Okay, come on. You can get on this crime scene. Why is he here? He's your lead suspect. Sex character straight up telling King he's not for the BS. Because he had a scene where he straight up told King, you know what? We used to be friends. We're not friends anymore. That guy's my friend. I'm just going to let you know. And then just in general, everyone side-eyeing King in almost all of the scenes that they had with him. I mean, to a person, they were like, anyways.
And it's a bigger deal.
You want us to
big
do?
Boss's son. He's the big boss's son, but you're going to side with Singha.
Every time. It did not fail. They were like, that dude sucks. I know you don't work on the case anymore. What do you want us to do? Hey, I gotta go, handcuff your boyfriend to this table. I'm sorry. Make sure you get what you need to him. It was a lot. But those were some ride or die friends right there. And they had to be, because there was a lot going on. And Toop just kind of wiggled his way in there. I mean, he was useful. He definitely made his place. He had to. But, that's my ride or die group right there. That's my last set of good friends. That was a good friend group.
Kelly got
all right. Friend. Yeah, Kelly's got
what?
One more. Yes. Don't you have one more?
Oh, you haven't finished this, so I'm not going to say too much about it. But I think we can't have this without Kemjira. They like the friend group is the main core of everything that happens in Kemjira. They need that friend group throughout lifetimes. That friend group is,
the only reason I didn't add it is because I haven't finished it, but it was definitely in my brain as a friend group.
But they just they truly, I hope you don't know why they're crying. So
you don't need to know. It's fine.
I'm not worried.
Yeah. They just really lock in and it's specifically Kim and oh my god, I've forgotten their names. Kim and
the best
Jet. His name Jet. They really need each other in this world, and their friendship and the way that they so easily bring Charn into it, or the way Charn is just like, I guess I'm here now. I'm in this friend group now.
That really is how that happened. Charn was like, what? Okay.
But they like lock in and they understand their role in each other's lives, and they do the thing. It's just very, very sweet. I just can't say much more. That I just love them all together.
It's a
for reasons you'll see soon enough.
Because you're actively watching that.
That's why I was like, I can't
we
say
threw a few extras in here.
Oh, it's Duang because that just ended.
Ultimate friend group.
These friend groups were these friend groups I think exceeded some of the friend groups because of the communication. within these friend groups.
Mm-hmm.
They really took the time to have conversation about their feelings and help their friends through whatever they were feeling. And that's not to say that other friend groups don't do that, but it's like an extra level of like not even just hinting at things. They straight up said, this is what's going on.
I think the thing I love about the communication with both of these friend groups is the way that they understand each other, right? Duang's friends know fundamentally who Duang is.
Yeah.
So all of that crazy stuff that he does, they are like, yep, that's my friend. With that, they know how to talk to him. On the flip side, Shin's friends, because at some points in this show, I will say, I was like, I don't know why y'all friends with that dude. He doesn't talk. He doesn't really act like he wants to be around. He does. I guess he wants to be there, or else if he didn't, he wouldn't be there. But they do a lot of work with Shin that somebody who doesn't know him as well wouldn't do that work. But they stay there and they do that work. They do the talking for him half the time. In the conversations that they have, and just the fact that they know their friends so well, and the way that they depicted it in the show is a part that I really thought was lovely in the way that they depicted those friend groups.
Yeah, they could read a look from Shin.
Yes.
Yeah,
and just be like, oh, that's what he's feeling now.
I feel like
he wants
for them, and I know there are friendships like this where they felt like his protectors. They felt like they wanted good things for him in life, and they were going to do the work to make sure he had two people in his world that cared about him, because I think they could sense that sadness in him.
Yes.
Yeah.
They wanted to just take care of him.
I like, let's take the Jazz thing. They weren't, he initially turned that down, right? And they weren't willing to accept that. They were willing to accept that this is maybe something he's not comfortable with, but I don't think that they pushed it because it's what they wanted.
No, they pushed it because
they felt that this is something their friend needed in his life.
Yeah, that he would be good at it.
Yeah,
they were like, we need you to do this because we know you can do this. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then Duang's friends, they're just like, you're weirdo, but we love the weird in you. And other people will love that weird too.
Yeah, because
they genuinely like him.
Yeah, that's the thing. He is kind of weird, but they never said, "Oh, you got to be somebody else to get this dude," or maybe he's not. He's too. You can't meet him where he's at, kind of thing. Like they were like, "Yeah, man, go ahead. We'll support you, whatever you do."
And they were also like, if he doesn't want you, then he ain't the one.
He sucks. Right. Yeah, there's true. They were like that. Yep.
Credit to Duang, he did have a good head on his shoulders about the whole thing.
He did. Yeah.
I'm choosing to pursue him. But, at the end of the day, I can understand if maybe this doesn't work out. But I've decided I just really like this guy and I'm not going to give up easy. And Shin said, flirt with me. So he was like, that. Until he says no, I'm going to keep going.
It's a persistent king. I love that.
Group. Yes. The ultimate friend groups, the last one. I don't think you have the pictures. Oh, you did.
Oh, you did.
Perfect 10-liners. Yeah. There's so many friend groups in that. I don't even think we can talk about all the friend groups in that. No. But it's just full of friend groups that were all supportive and loving and kind to their friends and their different personalities and all of that. If you need a show about friend groups, that's the show. This one and We Are.
Yeah, those both together are great Thai shows that give you the ultimate friend groups.
You're going to find somebody you relate to in one of those,
Definitely.
In both those shows.
So I know we had a longer list than that. I mean, we could call out some other ones. We don't have to go into them. Yeah, I think some of it is like My Love Mix-Up is one.
Oh, I don't know how to
great. I'm just looking at it.
You talk. I'm going to try to share it.
Okay. Love Mechanics, because they protected that.
Love Mechanics. Yep.
Yeah. A Boss and a Babe. Your Sky.
Your Sky, Only Boo.
Peaceful
Mr.
Properties.
Unlucky.
Yes, Mr. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Yes. Peaceful Properties was it's not a BL, but the friend group in that is such a family in the end. That's just you know, you got to watch it. If you love friend groups, that's one you watch. Boys in Love. I can't believe none of us. The only reason I didn't put that on my list is I thought
Boys in Love.
I missed it. I got stuck in the propaganda of it all. I should have chucked a cop show and went with Boys in Love.
I was trying not to do all high school shows. That's why I did
it. I didn't do it because the list kind of did jack with my brain a little bit, and I was like, I gotta find something not on this list because I figured y'all were gonna pull something off the list, and
it's a long list.
It is.
I added to it like stuff you guys haven't seen, like Be My Favorite and Light on Me and Cherry Magic. I'll have really solid friend groups.
I saw Cherry Magic. I didn't see the Thai version. I've seen
the Thai version is what I mean. Yeah,
I've seen the Japanese version.
I'm telling you, we gotta watch the Thai version. Oh, it's so good. And I haven't watched it since it came out. Be My Favorite too, and Light on Me. Actually, all three of those need to be watched.
The head-to-head friend group is amazing.
I love them.
I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Even though
they went through their struggles, but that was a wonderful friend group.
Once they became friends again. Well, the liking part. Yeah. They weren't friends at first. But that's just some. So you guys can have a reference, but if you can think of others, please, let us know.
Add it to the comment and why they're a great friend group.
Yeah, because this list is a lot I haven't seen on it. So if you got other ones that are great suggestions, I want to see them. We can line up some stuff in my trauma list notes.
I really do think that is something special specifically about Thai BL. It really does friend groups and those relationships that you just don't see a lot of. So it feels good. Okay. Wait, we're supposed to do our favorite thing?
Yes, I got some favorite things. Would you like me to start?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Start. Okay. So I'm going to start with one that was an old one. Who is my boo? Poo at Songkran was so cute and fun and awesome to me. Just watching him flit all around Songkran and just see all his friends that he already had and make new friends and just light up everybody's day around Songkran. That was a joy for me. Also, the finale of Forever You. So, but some of you have not seen that yet, so I'm not going to say anything about it because it doesn't come out till next week. But I had to pay because I had to see that. But that pairing, Nern and Oat are just a joy to watch together. And Arthur Dauta storyline, amazing. And so that was a joy for me. And then Duangwithyou finale, also my joy. Yeah. It's just that finale was just beautiful. Like the whole Japan vacation, just pretty all throughout. But all of it was just so good. So those are my joys for this week. I'm gonna go back. I'm add one more because it wasn't this week. But freaking June Dunk fan con.
Oh, that was great.
I love the first day so much I had to buy the second day, and they just made me so happy. And they're seeing them seem more comfortable with one another again. That made me happy. Their voices were stellar in that. Just all of it was, but hearing them sing was wonderful. The choices of songs that June chose that were like very Thai, heavily Thai, that was exciting for me. And just all of it. I was happy I got to see them. They seem very happy, and I was happy I got to see them.
Yeah. Awesome. Kelly, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
Sure, I can go. Songkran as a whole, I think just because this year was the first year everybody really came out. Specifically on the GMM side, we don't typically get to see those guys come out and let their hair down and have fun. And it overall, seeing fans get so caught up in companies, it was good to see that has nothing to do with the actual actors. They could care less. They have friends all over, and getting to see them all hang out with all their friends. And who cares what a company is? They're just having a good time together. Also, every second of Nunu these days, just getting his life at all times. So I love. So he was getting his life at Songkran, and that was great. Oh no, I had another one in my head. It went out of my head. Was Songkran? Well, since the other one's gone and I don't know how to get it back, the behind the scenes to the wedding concert. Wedding concert. Because we've been denied it for a year. The year that concert was, but it was just full of joy, and getting to see them happy again was really nice. We haven't seen that in a while. We have, but not like that level of happy. And that concert was just so freaking beautiful. So to get to see all the pieces that put that together was really, really great. Shoot, I had another one. I guess I might think of it while you do yours, Nikki. There was one more, but I don't want to hold us up trying to remember.
Well, it's all good. All right. So I think I have two. One is I'm having fun actually doing edits on my TikTok. So if anybody wants to follow me, you can. My TikTok is at Heady Matters. Oh, look at that. It's right there. And I've been having fun because I stuck to my guns. I watch these shows and then I write little notes in my drama list because that's how I track everything. They are not reviews. I mean, in my brain maybe, but they're just little notes. Sometimes they're completely wrong. It doesn't matter. It's just a stream of consciousness. And then I record them and I put little pictures behind them and it's fun. You should come check it out at headymatters.com or not.com, at Heady Matters on TikTok. I think I have one on Instagram, but that's like got an underscore in it. Anyway, we'll figure that out. Don't worry about that one. And then the other thing that's making me extremely happy is my kitty cat turned 1 yesterday.
Aww.
He's adorbs. I can edit this and maybe flash up a picture of Arthur. He also has a TikTok, by the way, Arthur_Elias, because he has all the government name. But he is a big boy now. He is not as big as I want to be. He is a Maine Coon, but he is just right. That's my boy.
Aww, you and June got Maine Coons.
He is very adorable. My house is full of hair. I love him anyways. So those are my two big ones. Those are my two main things. Then I'll wrap up with our other.
I remembered my other ones.
No, I was like, that's not my thing. You go ahead, Kelly.
Oh, right. The other two were Only Friends Dream On cast and everything they're doing together. Specifically, and I'm just gonna say it. Gowan and Josh.
They out them folks.
It is the best thing. My favorite one, just one of the ones from the latest one, was if you took someone on a date, where would you go? It's supposed to be the characters, and Josh said the planetarium, and then Gowan he said Tua to the planetarium. We don't know anything about Tua and what Tua likes, right? And then Gowan goes, yeah, I do like the stars. And then they go, it's Tua. And he goes, right. And then Josh follows it up with New York and Paris, because Tua is a fashion. But I'm like, why did you say the planetarium first? And then as you switch around, Gowan goes, I like to stay home. Again, supposed to be the characters. I like to stay home, and I would just bring them home and cook for them. And then Boom was like, what would you cook? And he goes, something clean like steak. I would cook steak. And then goes, Josh, didn't you have steak with Gowan? Oh wait, no, as he's saying
that
this, they're going, Tua would do that, and he goes, "Oh right, Tua." He's like, "I do like steak." And so then Ooh goes, "Hey, Joss, didn't you have steak with him?" And Joss said, "I don't cook." And Ooh said, "I didn't ask you that. I just said I had steak with Gowan." And he said, "I ate the steak and I took the pictures." And so then Boom goes, "Hey, friend Gowan, I want steak." And Gowan looked up at him and said, "You should find a good restaurant." Amazing. You should find a good restaurant. And then Ooh goes to Joss, "Do you want steak again?" And Joss is like, "I could eat steak again." He goes, "Ask Gowan. Ask him now." Say, "I want steak." And he looked at Ooh and said, "I already had it." And that I was gonna say the face Thailand 2 for off, but no, I'm gonna end with that. Okay.
Can I say those three, man? Just Earth, Ooh, and Boom. Just like, come on, man. They're like the little instigators. They're the best. I love it. I need them in all awkward social situations to make people like open up.
Hilarious.
There was something happening. I don't know if we shared it with one another. Something happening on screen, and Gowan just could not stop smiling. And it's not the scene, not the scene in the woods. It was a different scene. And
when they get together,
I saw that.
Like, why are you smiling so hard? Gowan's like, oh yeah, because he was like, I'm just remembering the acting or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And Nix was like, that was half a year ago or something.
And then he goes like this.
Gowan can't do. Yeah, he's all messed up.
So good. It's so easy to get both of them.
It's so good.
Oh, he's so innocent in a lot of what he's doing. He's like, right character, sure. And they all laugh so hard every time he does it. That's so good. Anyway, and that also ties into what we talked about today, which was friend groups. And they formed a really great one. And Yoshi and I were talking about how much we adore Poon now, and they're going to be in the Ghost show with Earth and Mix. And I'm like, I feel like Earth and Mix bring out the, like, I'm like, give me that right now. Poon, Earth Mix, I want to see that interaction.
I do too, because, oh my God, Poon, I didn't know I needed that, but I needed it.
I adore them.
They are so freaking cute.
And Earth Mix have this father-mother kind of energy to them whenever they're around. Like, people, they just end up taking everybody under their wing, because someone Ping now is one of Earth's sons, and they're like, he just keeps, someone's like, Mix is at home going, another kid? We have too many. Can't raise them all. So I do feel like once they get on the set with Earth Mix, we're going to have another familial connection with them.
Because like, Junior Mark keep looking at them like, what is happening? Like,
yeah, Junior Mark does not know what to do.
It's shock over everything they do.
But I think that's why I think I want them with Earth Mix, because they're both very good with different personality. You know, Earth is kind of his own personality, right? Mix is the Earth whisperer, so he can.
I think that's why I love Earth so much, because he's such a he's his own entity, and I enjoy it.
I think that's why they were so good with June, right? That's why I know they'll be good with Poon, because they took June is a lot for a lot of people to handle.
I must like
left us in yes. But like Earth and June told Earth and Mix, "You're my parents," and they were like, "All right then." But they took it on. They didn't like they actually
didn't just walk away.
Ping, or I think Ping did that on the trip he was with Earth. He just started taking her Earth, and Earth was like, "Oh," and just started petting him and was like, "All right, guess you're my kid now." So I'm really excited to see them together. But anyway, we're going to take this thing to a close. We enjoyed talking about all the friend groups.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to reiterate, because we tried to do it at the beginning, but we didn't do it very well. That we have an Instagram It's at what _ my sister said. That's our Instagram handle. And then we have a website, which is www.whatmysistersaid.com. So you will find more information on this season and on last season on both of those spaces coming up. All right. I just wanted to reiterate that.
those off-road tickets if you want.
Yes. And on those,
or somebody who's looking for them, let us know.
Yeah.
Please.
All right, lovelies.
All right.
Okay. Everybody take care. And we'll see you next one. Bye.